What's going on, my people? Welcome back to another video, and today I will be interviewing GDT Promotions official trainers Montoya and AJ. Let's get straight into it. What's going on, my people? We are here with another banger interview with these two gentlemen from GDT Promotions. Montoya, can you introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? It's Montoya, also Biggdogg on social media, representing RP, Rare Presence,
Okay.
and GDT Promotions.
All right. My boy, AJ, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's AJ, aka Uchiha on platforms. Also representing Rare Presence and GDT Promotions.
All right, sounds great. So, with you two here being a part of GDT Promotions, what would you say the experience is like? Starting with you, Montoya.
Well, the experience for me, I'm kind of new into the game, but working with these guys, I mean, it's not just an honor, but also it's a privilege to get to learn new things on this like spectrum of the sport. So that's for me.
Okay. AJ, what is your experience like in GDT Promotions?
I guess I can kind of say with Garza's background and all, it's always been there, because I've always
Right.
been around. So I'm kind of familiar, but with the training and everything and actually coaching,
Right.
is definitely something different. I'm starting to pick up a lot really quick, which is going good, and I'm just trying to go up with it.
Right. And you're the head coach of GDT Promotions.
Yes, I
Right.
am.
Okay, so I'm gonna elaborate real quick with you, AJ. You know, being a coach, what would you say the top 3 responsibilities as a coach would be, being a head coach for fighters?
Okay. I'd say the first one, um, obviously, I'm not the one actually fighting, so I really have to keep my composure and make sure my fighter also keeps his composure as well, and making sure I'm seeing things that he's not
Right.
and giving him that information. Second, um, I would say hand wraps. I would say that is a good thing that I've learned. Right off rip, it's really good if you learn how to wrap your own fighter's hands, so you don't have to worry about somebody else doing it or not having the right stuff and everything. So that's definitely key. Having water and all the utensils that you
Right.
need for your fighter.
Of course.
Lastly, let's see. I guess reading my fighter's opponent.
Right.
I kind of already mentioned that, but I feel like that is a number one key is reading the fighter and being able to go back to your own fighter and come up with a plan and try to find the end goal. Really,
Right. Okay. Okay. Might have to do like a day in the life of a head coach one day, man. I'd love to
yeah,
see it.
yeah, yeah.
Montoya, now you've been
Yes,
in the
sir.
space. You've been following our fellow Garza for a while now. I'm sure you guys are best friends and you guys, done a lot of work with each other. What would you say your space, your part in GDT Promotions? What would you say your thing is?
So from my side, I'm more of the sparring partner and getting a little bit of the talking and what he needs to do and et cetera, kind of like AJ, but more on the background part, just as a personal view. But with the sparring stuff, mainly just because, in a way, it doesn't just teach him; it teaches myself to be more of a opponent in a way, but also to teach him. But also, it is new for me because never done it before. But I have been around him since high school as well as AJ, so we've been in that spectrum of the sport for a while now. So something I'm getting into and something I enjoy as well.
Right. That's awesome to hear. Now, a fight that happened on June 29th. It was a big fight, a fantastic fight, a marvelous fight. That weekend, it was Garza versus JDP. And you guys were actually there for that fight weekend. What would you say your experience was like, being there, being in the present moment? Starting with you, AJ.
First thing, Florida. That was That was also new. Never never been in those type of weathers. Um, just that environment in general. But the biggest thing, I don't know, it was the feeling of actually being there and actually making this dream that Garza's had for like the longest, and I've always pictured myself, you know, I don't want to say guiding, but being alongside with him in this whole
Right.
process. So that was definitely the best moment and best feeling being there in general. And, obviously I was excited for my boy to lay a whooping. Sadly, we did not get the dub. It was a
Right.
great fight. Great
Right.
fight.
And y'all
Props to
showed up,
JDP. Yep.
right?
Props to
Shout out to
JDP.
JDP, man. Shout out to JDP. Montoya, what was your experience like, fella?
It's just like AJ said, never been to Florida before, but it was an experience just because new environment, new place, and it was just a whole new experience for everybody. Let alone just going to the fight, the walk in, the entrance, the startup, the going inside after each round. That was just a whole thing itself. That was an adrenaline rush right then and there each time, every second. For me, that was ball out the park.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice to hear, man. That's nice to hear. Now, both of you guys actually have done sparring and some training yourselves. You guys, hit the mitts, and you guys know what it's like to go back and forth with another person in front of you. Now, here's the question. In the next, 5 years or so, do you guys plan on getting in the ring and having a fight for yourself? Starting with you, AJ.
Uh, of course, I've thought about it here and there, but I think my role in everything is to make sure my fighters become number one
Right.
in influencer scene.
That's respect, bro.
I'll touch up a little bit more on that. I want to be the one those coach that really has a name out there, someone big, and I just want to be one of the greats, coach wise.
Right. And Montoya.
Well, since I've started out with this sparring thing, and I'm getting into that a lot because I get to practice my stuff more, but I would do that for a little bit longer, I'd say. But with a few things coming up next couple months with our fight for Garza, I would really think about getting into it just because I have that mentality, I have that style in my eyes, but I got to work on it more just because I haven't professionally done it or amateur anything like that. So, but I want to get into it eventually. So yeah, I would say myself, I would,
Okay.
I
And to
would
add
one
to
day, I would one day be in the industry for sure.
Right. And that's great to hear, bro. Like I was gonna ask, going down to Garza on June 29th, that whole weekend, did that add some fuel to your future in boxing?
Yes, most definitely. And also because I haven't seen them in so long and just seeing them in person again, it was more than just motivation. I was like, this is what I needed to get myself going, let alone my life, their lives. We make everything work together. We make a great team. We don't mess up. If we do, we get on each other for it. We don't take it personal. We do it as it is. That's how we are.
Right. Okay,
Famous.
okay. So we have some exciting news. We have a lot of fights coming up, some new signees in GDT promotions. AJ, you actually are a head coach, and you're actually, going to be in the number one when it comes to these up and coming fights. How do you feel about these three fights and being a head coach, and what's to be expected from you?
Well, firstly, obviously, coaching three different fights. It's I don't even think it's been done before. In one card, I don't think three different fights the same coach has been on it. So it's definitely a challenge. Definitely something I'm gonna have to work my ass off for, you know.
Right.
But with the fighters that we have, obviously I've known them from the past two, so I know what kind of drive they have when it comes to finding something that they want to do and pushing towards it. And I really am just gonna focus on getting them to where they want to be, and some. So what I'm really gonna be doing is studying hard on coaching, boxing to see what kind of traits my fighters match up with other big fighters. You know, what we can work on, what we can take and make our own kind of mold to it.
Right. That's awesome, bro. And Montoya, you know, you being a part of GDT Promotions, as y'all know, we all move as a brotherhood. You're going to be there. So what would you say your role would be for those 3 fights?
Most definitely for the 3 fights. Once again, sparring partner. Also is teaching on the side a little bit just to see where they're not really in their prime for the fight, just because there are certain things that can be fixed. And I'll make sure that is going to happen, just in case if AJ didn't see something, I'm there to back up. That's what I'm there for. Always there to put in.
Okay. And it sounds great. I guess that wraps it up, you two. AJ, Montoya, it was a pleasure having you guys on here, representing and being members of GDT Promotions, an up-and-coming platform for everything, all things. All fighters are allowed.
Shout
If
out
it's
Rep
boxing,
Residence too.
MMA,
I want to add that.
no, rep it out, rep it out. But we're here. We're not going anywhere. We want all the smoke, and we bring it to y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. Make sure you guys check out GDT Promotion on all platforms, and we'll see you guys in the next one.